So good morning to every single one of you guys that I can see your face. I usually do it per person, but today I'm going to do it as a blanket good morning. Today's going to be fire. Please do not come today without a journal. Okay? Come with a journal today. Never trust your fortune or your future to your memory. All right? So, anybody know? Put in the comments what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about one massive fire topic today. Disc. Yes. Now, I'm going to say this as a disclaimer. It is not open for argument. It is not open for religious, God did not, whatever. I've heard all of it. Y'all, we're not going to do that. And we're not opening to you being an exception to the rule. Okay. Most people look for how can I be an exception to the rules versus, wow, I fall under this category. Kind of want to be an exception to the wrong rules, if I could be honest with you. Let's be an exception to the you can't make millions rule. All right. You can say, except for me. Watch. So here's what I want you guys to know. If you allow yourself to be completely checked in, completely checked in, this training will not only change how you get up in your day and how you feel about yourself on social media and how you feel about yourself when you walk through the streets and everywhere else. It will also change your marriage. It will also change how you parent. It will also change your relationship with your parents, with your siblings. Literally, it will change. Warning. When you know, now you know. Okay. So, this is the one training that I can train people and I can walk off a stage and know that if you show up, it will change every single corner of your life. Okay. Thumbs up. Everybody's good with that? All right. I got to tell you guys really quickly how this came about. I was training on stage in front of, I think it was like 15,000 people that time. And I came off the stage and there was a line of people that were waiting to meet me and talk to me and hug me and all the things, all the selfies. I love selfies with people. And a gentleman that was standing there, he came up to me and he stuck his hand out just like this. And he said, "Hi, Robbie Page." I said, "Hello, sir." And he goes, "I just want to tell you, my name is Wade Powell, and you're a very aggressive head cheerleader, and you're really good at what you do." And at that time, I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment. I don't know what it is that you just said to me, but thank you. And he goes, "No, no, no." He goes, like, I feel like you have mastered your personality. It's the number one thing that destroys businesses or makes businesses. I said, "I need your number. I want to connect out of here." He became my coach, my personality coach for 7 years. So when I tell you guys, I'm bringing 7 years and six figures of coaching to this Zoom and then the follow-up Zoom that I'm going to do. If you guys could feel my hands, they're sweaty. My armpits are already getting sweaty. Get it, Rio. You know what I'm talking about. Because I know single-handedly this training, this idea, this facts, this tips and tricks has made me millions of dollars. It has changed my marriage. It has changed my relationship with my two boys. I'm going to tell you guys something that you don't want me to say. When Reagan Page, our oldest, who's 28 years old, when he was, I think he was, I got to go back and ask him, he was like 6 or 7. And he looked at me and he said to me, "I don't ever want to marry a mommy like you." I had two choices. I could either say, "How dare you talk to me like that?" Blah, 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 or I could go, "What in the world did he just say?" Because Douglas is right. I'm 99% a lion. I'm a strong woman. If you guys reach, if you weren't, dismiss what I'm about to say because you don't know the whole story. I'm a fighter. Like I'll cut you. I've been to jail for fighting. I've broken more noses than I have hearts. Like I'm a scrapper, y'all. I was just doing it wrong. I was just doing it in the wrong ways. I'm also a very high I, which is a happy person. Glass is always half full. There's always rainbows, kittens, and rainbows somewhere. Like, let's have a party. That's what I love about Jonathan. I feel like Jonathan's my happy space all the time at the end of the day, but that's also obnoxious. So I also had to learn that. So when I'm coming to you guys and I want to teach you what I want to know, when I teach you the third and fourth one, everybody write down third and fourth. When I teach you about the sweet person, I have 2% of her. When I teach you about the logic person, I have 2% of her. I can't lead hundreds of thousands of people with 2% sweetness and 2% logic. So guess what I had to do? I had to figure some things out because I wanted to be rich. I didn't want to be right. All right. Thumbs up. Y'all hear my heart behind what I'm about to train you? I'm super passionate about it. I've done this for, well, since 2010. So what's that? 15 years. Here we go. We're going to get started. I done warmed up and I have my chats with my girls. I'm asking ladies to pray for me because this can be very strong. It can be very liberating and it can also make you a ton of money. So everybody go like this. Y'all know what I'm about to tell you to do. Put some Crisco on those shoulders. Listen to me. Let me start with this. If you're mad at how God wired you, take it up with him. Did you hear what I just said? We can only be mad at the God that knit you together in your mother's womb when you don't understand who you are and how to be the best version of yourself. Because before I start this, I'm going to tell you guys, people talk about, pick at, insult you for your greatest strengths that are just simply possibly out of control. Okay? Thumbs up. Y'all understand what I just said? And I'm not just talking to the strong lion. I'm talking to the sappy Susan too, who's always offended. That's an S. We'll go over that here in just a minute. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about disc. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. All right, let's see. Tara, thumbs up. You can see my screen, or Jonathan or Tim. Those are the faces I see right now. Yes? Okay, super, super, super.
All good.
All right. Do what?
That's just saying we're all good. I can see everything you got.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, you guys. So let's talk about disc. I love to refer to letters and to animals. Now, this is basically a summary of how you think, why you respond the way you do, why you do things the way you do. And just so you know, the first part of this training, I'm going to camp out on you for just a minute. Because if we don't understand this, we shrink. If we don't understand this, we're not going to listen to when people insult us or maybe tell us that we are fill in the blank. And so we shrink and we start to actually believe people and what they say about us. So let me ask you guys this question. Tell me in the chat, what is something that people always tell you, you are way too what? Tell me that in the comments. You are just way too what? It could sound like you're too strong, you're too confident. Yep, you have too much energy. You're too peppy. You're too direct. You're too nice. You're too nice. I've never told that. Impulsive. David, too nice. David, you are an S for sure. You're too loud. You're too positive, happy, aggressive, passionate, too easygoing, too relaxed, too quiet, too giving, too thinking, too patient. All of these we're going to go over today. So again, if you guys will give me some grace, if I say to you, just because I have a hard stop, I have another huge webinar at 12:30. I may put in base camp, let's do part 2 on this day at this time. Okay. So, everything that you've been told here that you guys are talking about is actually part of how God knit you together in your mother's womb. And when you understand this, not just the greatness of you, but the weaknesses of you, then you're able to become the greatest version of you. I'm going to say that again. When you understand not just the greatness of you, you guys, but the weaknesses of you, then you understand the greatness of you. Because if I'm told I'm way too strong, I can figure out what is it that is flaring my strength in that situation so strongly. Or maybe I am too loud. Maybe I am too peppy. Maybe I am the big talker. Maybe whatever it may be. And if we take some of that, take the meat and spit out the bones, what part of that is a weakness that we can make into a strength? Now, what we tend to do when we go to counseling and we go to therapy and we go to those things, not that I'm against them, the only problem is they like to talk about what was. They like to talk about what they said, what they did, how they wired it. What I want to talk about, the reason I love coaching, because I want to talk about where you're going. I want to talk about how we make you the greatest version of you. I'll give you 5 minutes to tell me every bad thing somebody has said about you. And then I want to turn it to how can we make that your strength? Because what we focus on grows. And as humans who need humans to create an income, we do have to focus on these things. As humans who need humans to create income, we need to focus on these things. So I'm going to focus on your strengths because if we focus on our strengths, we will master our weaknesses. Anybody open to doing that? Say yes in the comments because I can only see Jonathan, Tara, and Tim and Douglas. That's it. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So let's do this. Hopefully today I'm going to give you some, oh my God, I think I'm going to cry moments. Okay. I really, truly, that's my biggest prayer today. I have prayed all morning for this training because it's so liberating. It's ridiculous, you guys. Now, at the end of each one, I'm going to open it up for some questions. Okay. So you guys may see very clearly, I've already thought to myself, how did I think I was going to get through this in an hour? There's just no way. But I'm willing to walk it out with you guys. If you guys are willing to walk it out, we could make this a 4-week series if you guys want to do that. I'll tell you, I mean, there's so much I could train you about this that it within a second, you recognize your waitress, you recognize the cashier, you recognize your wife or husband, you recognize your kids, it changes everything for you. All right, so let's talk about this, you guys. Let's start with you. It has to start with you. Literally has to start with you. If you don't understand you, you don't give two rips potato chip about who you're talking to. Because if we don't understand us, what we tend to do is, yeah, but what about me? What about my feelings? What about how I'm wired? What about what I need? What about, no, 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 we're not going to do that. Because nobody else needs to understand us. It's our job to understand everybody else. And when we walk in harmony and we walk in respect and we walk in unison and we walk in beauty and we walk in love and patience and kindness and gentleness and self-control with everyone, tell me in the comments, guess what happens? We reap what we sow. But when we walk around defended and defensive and offensive, people sense that, you guys. Energy is real. Okay, so I'm going to start with you. Yourself. I'm going to go through these. I don't want you to decide for yourself quite yet what you may be, because it's easy for every one of us to say, "Oh, I think that's me. Yeah, that's me. That's some of me. That's part of me." I'm talking about 99% you. Like, oh my God, I feel like she's talking to me. Holy cow. Because I'm going to say this. He knit you together in your mother's womb. And by the time we're done with this, whether it be 1 week, 4 weeks, or 6 weeks, I'll walk this out with whoever wants to walk it out. You're going to be able to rise up and be so proud of the DNA of you that it's ridiculous. Because now you know how to shine. Now you know how to carry yourself. Now you know how to present yourself. And now you know how to get along with everyone in your presence. Does that sound good, you guys? Does that sound good? Okay, very good. Good, Devin, good. Because listen, you guys, I am finally at a place in my life. I have worked on myself so much. It hurts that if you don't like me, you got to take it up with God. This is me. If you were at Reach, you heard me say that on stage. I have done so much work on myself that if you don't like me, you got to take it up with God. Ask God why he wired me this way. Meanwhile, I've got an assignment to do. Amen, y'all? Amen? I've got an assignment to do, but hold on. Before you guys get that, you got to work on yourself first. Yeah, fair? You got to work on yourself first. Okay? You've got to be okay working through some of your weaknesses so that your strengths can finally say, this is me. I mean, I'm always growing, but dear God, I don't know how much more I can. Okay? Because then we become codependent on other people. That's another Zoom. Let's talk about these people. These are my favorite peeps because this is me. This is the strong people, y'all. This is the fire people. Listen, don't just choose one yet. We're talking about 99% of the descriptions. Okay. This is the people who roar. This is the people who you could probably call narcissistic, which, by the way, every one of us are narcissistic. We have to be to survive. That's the most overused term in the world, but you like to define these guys as narcissistic. So let's go over some of what this looks like. These are the guys that are super competitive. Listen to me, listen to me. Second place is unacceptable. I'm not a sore loser. I freaking hate to lose. These are the people that are very intense. These are the people that are natural born leaders. These are the people that took control on the playground when they were little. These are the people that said, I'll pick a team and pick up basketball. I pick you, I pick you, I pick you, and I pick you. Why are you crying? I'm not picking you. Okay. These are the people that don't mind hurt feelings. These are the people that will run over you and come back and check on you later. These are the people that seek justice. Like right is right and wrong is wrong. And you got to do the right thing because it's the freaking right thing to do. These are strong people. These are people that like challenges. These are the people that I'll look in the face once you tell me who you are, and I'll say, I dare you to go get 5 listings in the month of April and sell 3 of them. And you know what? They're going to get it done. I don't know if she's on here, but Lurla Crook, who is with CIC now, was one of my top 3 leaders in my entire organization of thousands of people because she's a boss. But not only is she a boss, I picked up on her disc profile and I knew how to encourage her and I knew how to incentivize her. And I would say, hey, Lurla, you and I are going to go to Charleston if you go do XYZ. And I went ahead and booked the trip because I knew Lurla was going to get it done. These people are task focused. They're not people focused. Everybody, please listen to me. Please listen to me. They're not people focused. They're task focused. They're very quick and they're very direct. Oh, did I just kick us out of that?
No, we can
There's
still
that.
see
We
it.
can still see everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what I just did there. They're very quick and they're very direct. These are the people that get to the bottom line. Like Let's go. Get to the bottom line. These are the people that are probably going to interrupt you if you're talking too much. These are the people that seem like they don't care. These are the people that are very plain, very simple. It's not that difficult. These are the people that are very fast paced. Everything is fast. Let's go. I don't understand why this is taking so long. Who doesn't understand the assignment? Y'all remember that song or that saying, I understood the assignment? Okay, that's these guys. And these guys seek results. These guys make their mind up very quickly. These guys are the ones that say, where do you guys want to go eat dinner? And after the third person says, I'm not real sure, he's going to say, then we're going to get burgers. I don't want burgers. Then you should have said that. These are the people at the four-way stop that they don't really care who stopped, when, or what. I stopped and I'm going. These are the people that walk up to your table and say, hi, have you guys ever been here before? No, great. What can I get you guys to drink? These people really should not necessarily be wait staff, but they are. These are the managers. These are the owners. These are the team leaders. This is the president of the United States today. Very strong. Okay. These guys don't control me. Don't micromanage me. Don't question what I'm doing. If you gave me an assignment, leave me alone. I got it. Okay. I'm open to correction. Just don't micromanage me. And then these guys fear being taken advantage of. And I'll say this to you. These guys, don't make them look stupid. Don't be unpredictable with them because they're not logically driven. They're task driven and competitive driven. And so therefore, if there is an assignment, don't change the assignment without letting me know first. Okay. I'm going to go over a whole lot more of these guys, but I want you guys to look at this. And I don't want you to think, well, that's me, but that's not me. We're talking 100% you. Like, are you willing to roar? Are you willing to lead? Are you willing to kind of take it? Don't take literal offense to what I'm saying. Like, are you willing to just, the bus has just got to go. And if it leaves people, it leaves you. You knew it was leaving at 9. Like the itinerary said 9. You showed up at 9:15. We left you. Why are you mad at me? Right? These are those guys. And it seems like they're narcissistic. It seems like they don't have any heart, but in fact, they do. Because these guys will be a judge because they ultimately seek justice. Any questions on this guy? Exactly, Jen. This guy is going to say, wait, why are you still talking about what happened last year? Why are you still talking about last week? These guys are zero victims, you guys. If you could ask the questions in the chats, I should have said that to begin with. That would be phenomenal for time's sake, because I want to be sure that I get through. So if you guys would ask the questions in the chat, I would love that. Okay, so this is that guy. Now, I'm going to keep watching the chat just a second. Actually, let's see. Jonathan, can I put you in charge to let me know if there's questions in the chat so I can just keep going?
No.
Thank you. That meant yes, because see, he's the next guy. Y'all ready? Here's Jonathan, y'all.
Robbie, I was gonna tell you, I put my hand up because I actually redid my disc assessment and I am higher on D than I.
I can explain that to you too. I can explain that to you.
And honestly, every single thing that you mentioned, I'll even put Rio in this too, because we went to dinner at Reach and I had the pleasure of going with him and Andrea and Delina and some other people, and they would not make up their mind. And I wanted to
I
claw my eye.
definitely made up my mind.
Okay, wait,
I
wait,
wanted to
wait.
claw my eyes out.
Wait,
Doing
wait.
this.
Yeah, but the
Yes.
girls did not. I was like,
Okay,
oh my God.
okay, wait. We can do this on our other Zooms. I got to get through all 4.
All right, I'll be quiet again.
Okay, so this is the funny guy. Okay, let's see. Will today be an overview of each? Yes, Caitlin. Yes. And then I'm telling you, I'm willing. If you guys want me to dig deeper, please, you got to let me know or I'll move on. I could train disc every single day. I'm so obsessed with it. Okay. What if you're not 100% but willing to work on it? Would that account to a D? So You're 100% of each letter. Like literally, it is you without the shadow of a doubt. And then at the end, and then I can explain a little bit more of that, Melinda. Okay. Okay. Kaylin's in for a deeper dive of each one. Perfect. All right, let's go to this guy. This is the happy guy. You can tell I chose that font for a reason, a parrot, which is always colorful, always fun, always chatty, always adds value, the life of the party, always smiling, always happy, always optimistic. Let's talk. How are you doing? You can usually tell by their clothes. You can always tell, like literally, their optimism will sweep you away, you guys. It is impossible for us to see a glass half empty. So when this person is around negative people, it'll literally make you feel like someone's wrapping saran wrap around your face. Not because we think we live in the clouds, not because we think the grass is always greener, not because we think the glass is half full, but because it is. Okay. Now, let's go over what this looks like. I chose this font for a reason, you guys. If you notice, this one is very direct, very simple. This one is pretty, it's fun, and it's movement, okay? Very charismatic. They're going to talk with their hands. You guys can tell. I'm 99%. Robbie is 99% this one and 99% this one. Okay. So they talk with their hands. They're very verbal. They're very fun. You want this guy at your party. You want this guy to be in your family. You want this guy to bring you up when you're down. Very optimistic. One of the things I always say is, well, here's the good news. And by the way, Tara, I see you taking copious notes. I don't know if that's the proper English. I'd be happy to give you guys this whole presentation. Would that be helpful, Tara?
Yes.
Okay. I'd be happy to give this to you guys if you guys would like it. Also, let me know. Okay. I'm just going to put a Basecamp post that says disc deets. And if you were on today, y'all know what I'm talking about. Say yes to the deeper training and yes to the workbook. Okay. All right. So very optimistic. You'll always hear me say, well, the good news is, well, here's the good news. Like, let's move on because I don't really think that it's that bad. Okay. They always have great ideas. They truly have great ideas. If you understand spiritual love language, spiritual languages and strengths, these are the visionaries. These are the dreamers. These are the people that God can trust with seeing the sky is the limit. I'm not going to get into that today, but that's a whole nother story in itself. They love relationships. They thrive on people. Remember, this guy thrives on task. This guy thrives on relationships. Okay. This guy is quick and direct. This guy loves the rapport. So how you doing? How's it going? How was Disney? What did you guys ride? Like, they want to know all the details. They're very expressive in their language. Like my fluctuation of my voice, it's very expressive. You guys can tell that. They thrive on experience. How did that make you feel? How did that make you see? How did that make you walk? How did that see that? Everything is about an experience. I want to have a good time. What are we going to eat? What are we going to serve? What are we going to dress like? What music, Rio? What music are we going to play? Okay. These guys are fast paced as well. Everything's fast, and they thrive on people. Remember, these guys thrive on results, fast pace. These guys are fast paced, but they thrive on people. Fear of rejection. I was literally just laughing as I was preparing to come up here for this, and I got a message from Google about today's training, which I'm gonna do a whole funny on my social about it. But I got a message from today's training, and it said, disc training. Look, see if you can see that. Disc training 11 to 12, everyone declined. Do you see that? I'm like, who's everyone? And I didn't even invite, like, that's my personal invitation. But then I thought, they don't know anything about rejection because Who's it? Like everyone declined. I felt that. And it's just Google Calendars, okay? They fear being boxed in and they fear being limited. Okay. They want to dream big. They want to achieve big. They want to see big. Now, the weaknesses of these guys, you're not going to call these guys necessarily a narcissist. You might, because they like to talk about themselves. You might, because they like to do what makes them happy. They're not going to engage in things that are not fun and optimistic and happy. The weaknesses, these guys are late because they don't organize their life. They think that being late is okay. These guys, the weakness is they talk too much and they don't let anybody else get a word in edgewise. The weakness is these guys don't really ever get to the point. The weakness is, y'all see what I'm saying? This is usually the person that laughs the loudest in the room. This is the person that's going to be like, they don't like me and I don't think they like me and they didn't notice me and they didn't like the way I dressed. I could tell the way she looked at me and she didn't say good morning. And oh my gosh. Because on the flip side of that, they're going to be the ones that walk in. They're like, good morning, everyone. How is everybody? And some of y'all are going to think, oh my God, sit down and shut up. Okay. They're just happy, happy people. All right. Any questions on this? Any quick questions on these guys? I can tell you guys, when you get to a four-way stop with these guys, they don't even remember how they stopped. They have no idea. They don't even remember. They don't even remember whose order was what. Okay. These are the people who should be wait staffs. They should be, because they're the happy people. Hey, how are you guys? I'm so glad you're here. Have you ever come to eat here? No, you're going to love it. Y'all are going to love it. Can I share the specials with you? Okay, so my first special, because I love lobster. And then, oh, drinks. Yes, let me tell you. So we've got Coke, Dr. Pepper, Sunkiss, where the D's going to say we've got Coke products, Pepsi products. This is the guy at Starbucks you're behind that they're like, what does the cinnamon chai taste like? Does it taste good? Okay, I don't think I want that. You know what? I think I want the white chocolate mocha. No, I don't feel like white chocolate today. What do you think? What is most people selling right now? That's this guy. Okay. All right. No questions on the happy guy? All right, let's go to this next one. Now, this is the sweet people. This is the slow people. The steady. Seeks peace above all else. There's a dove there for a reason. Everything is balanced. Don't move their cheese, because harmony matters. Love matters. And if there's a change, they don't want to move until they know that everybody knows about the change and everybody understands the change and everybody's okay with the change. These are the people that love despite. Now, these guys are people focused, okay? Everything they do is with people in mind. They're very faithful. These are the people on the playground that want to make sure that everybody got a turn with the ball. They want to make sure that everyone got chosen for Red Rover, Red Rover. They want to make sure that the person whose neck got knocked off is okay. They're service focused. They want to serve people. They want to volunteer. They want to read books. They want to go to the elderly homes. They want to do these things. They go on Christmas morning and Thanksgiving morning to serve the homeless. That's these people. Okay. Now, this is a very interesting fact, because where this profile is usually highly offended quite a bit, that's a weakness, they're actually unemotional. And I know that sounds awkward, but what that means is they shut down. So they're the masters of, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're good. I'm okay, because they seek harmony. So it's a little bit odd. If you're married to this, it's odd because they're really not fine. They're just unemotional. Their silence will fool you. Very loyal. I mean, to the nines. Very, very loyal. Always team players. They don't care where we go eat. They don't care if they are highly allergic and will die if they eat pizza. If y'all all want pizza, they're going to get pizza. They'll find something there that works, and you're not going to know about it because they're just not going to say anything. They're not going to argue with you. They seek relationship first. How are we? Are we good? Are we in peace? Are we in harmony? They seek stability. Everything is stable. Don't move their cheese. It's got to be steady. It's got to be predictable, and it's got to be stable. They are your support system. If you are having a bad day, you call this guy. This guy probably doesn't have time. This guy is going to probably one up your situation and tell you all about how her day was yesterday. Okay? But this one, yeah, this is who you call. I call this the wallpaper. Wallpaper is always beautiful. It just doesn't require a whole lot of attention because it's there. It's there and you notice it. Just don't call it out. Don't try to talk to it. Just leave it alone. It's the glue to the relationships, the anchor to the relationship. They seek benefits. What is this going to do for us? How is this going to make me feel? They're slower paced. They don't make decisions quickly. They're slow. Don't push these guys. And above all else, people matter over tasks. Period. End of story. As a matter of fact, this guy will let you go first. No, it's okay. I'll let you win. I'll let you win. No, I don't have to win. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, you wanted that bag at that giveaway. You can have mine. It's okay. I don't need it. You can have it. That's this guy. Okay. They fear conflict. This is the person you don't ever want to say if you're married to. You better text your mom and you better tell her. You don't ever want to say, well, you better respond to that email and tell that buyer. They're not. They don't want conflict. Remember, they're unemotional, so they're going to act like it never happened, and it's going to drive you insane. They fear instability. Don't move their cheese. Now, some of the weaknesses of these guys is they overthink because their hearts are too big. They'll never grow because they want everybody to grow with them, and it's not going to happen. So it's hard for them to take ownership at the thought of, I'm going to leave my friends behind. So usually I'll tell this person, attach yourself, listen, attach yourself to this guy. Have this guy as an accountability for you because you can learn from this guy. Okay. All right. Let's see.
One question in the chat about
Okay.
whether or not it's common to have minor characteristics of multiple categories.
Yes, we're going to talk about that here in just a second, Eddie. Okay. For now, I want you guys to focus on one, simply on one. Eddie, I already got you figured out. So let's see if you got you figured out when we're done with this. Okay. I'm going to ask y'all a question. So, okay. So that's these guys, y'all. And what I hope that you guys noticed was even my body language. Did you guys notice that? I'm looking over here in the chat. Did you guys notice? Thumbs up. I slowed down. Okay. My body language changed. I'm more, if we were in person, I go quiet. I want to hear from this person. Okay. These are the things, if you guys want me to dig deep, these are the things I can teach you. There you go. See, David said, David is this guy. David is this guy. You were speaking to my heart. So when you know that, the second David and I were out in the hall at Reach, Ask David. I was a complete, David, true or false? I was a completely different person to David in person than you guys have ever seen me on training. Would you say that's true, David?
True story. Absolutely.
What did you see change in me?
I mean, your whole demeanor and just like you were doing just now with talking slower. And it's funny because when I think I'm really animated, people are always telling me you're so calm. And I'm like, I don't feel calm, but it's how I am. And so you really helped me to see that. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. So again, as we dig deeper, I'll help you guys how to picture, instantly capture that person within the first 5 seconds, and then know how to talk to them. When I was talking to David in the hall, I was talking like this. When I'm talking to Rio, we're talking like this. And give me high five, bro. Yes, right. When I'm talking to Kurt, I don't know if Kurt's on here. I'm like, knuckle bump, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Like, I know how to talk to them because it's who they are. But the problem is, you guys, most of us just take us into every conversation and we're not being heard. Okay. Yes, Jalen. Inez said you described my husband to a T. Yep. Okay, good. I love y'all's observations. Let's go to this guy. This is who I'm married to. Okay. This is who I'm married to. So this
Hey,
is what we call.
Can I interrupt you, Miss Page?
Sure, quickly.
When you talk to Kurt, you're and then what? Because I just had to step away.
High five. Then I can high five you. I can knuckle bump you.
Stop it! Stop it!
Stop it, Kurt. Yeah, and you're like, okay, stop it. Like that's just and I could go over it. When we dig deeper, Kurt, remind me to talk about that, okay? Because basically, like with Kurt, I know he's a D, so I know I have to coach him strong. I can't come at Kurt like this, or he'll be like, oh my God, you're wearing me out. Okay. And we just know these things. Okay. So I'm married to this guy. Now I want you to see if you guys notice my conversation as I'm going to train on this guy. So this guy's a beaver. The characteristics of a beaver are logic, uniformed, boxed, graphed, charts, questions. If you've ever seen a beaver build a house like our little sweet beaver family does at our lake house, in our boathouse every winter, every single stick is the same size. It's crazy. The term busy as a beaver is real because they're busy thinking, analyzing, and listen to me, you guys, they're very, very smart. Very smart. Okay, pay attention to what I'm about to show you. Very smart. This guy is brilliant. You see the difference? Remember, this guy is very connected to the Holy Spirit. Like, yes, like they're not scared to try it. They're risk takers. This guy's brilliant. This guy's very smart. All right, let's go over this. Analytical. Graphs, charts, equations, Excel spreadsheets. They're planners. Do not, under any circumstance, throw things on them unexpected. You cannot text a beaver, hey, it's 11:49. You want to go to lunch at 12:30? They're like, no, because I already had my whole day planned out last Thursday. Okay. They seek information. They're going to say, I don't understand where you're coming up with that. Tell me where it says that in the rule book. Like if you notice when we're on here, David Carter is this. So he's able to say, well, in the National Associations of Realtor in this section, because his brain seeks that. Okay. They constantly looking for information so that they can live, so that they can process. Their brains don't turn off. They're seekers. This guy's a learner. They're going to read the article. They're very interested in what's going on, not how it's going on, but what's going on. Okay. Okay, so y'all hold on a second. I'm going to help you guys understand that, but if you will hang in there with me, I want you guys to understand the basics before y'all get into these details, okay? Matthew, don't try to take the DISC assessment quite yet. If you guys will trust the process, okay? If you guys didn't know, I'm sure you could guess, I've written an entire exam on this that I could give you guys, but I want you to trust the process right now. Some of you guys are trying to get way too ahead of me, which is fine. You guys can go ahead and do that, but you're just going to end up confused. Okay. Trust the process. I've trained this for 15 years. Fair? Okay. Now, everybody focus right here. Focus right here, you guys. What happens, if you guys notice in the chat sessions, if I'm not talking about your profile, I've lost you. Okay, that's usually what happens. But you're married and you're going to deal with these guys. So I want you guys to fall in love with all of them. All right. These guys follow the rules. Please do not ask them to break them. Don't ask them to break the rules. Do not make these guys late. Do not, like, 10 minutes early is 5 minutes late. When Brian Page looked at me and I asked him, what is the biggest disrespect that you feel from me? He said that you think being late is okay. I thought, oh, dear God, really? He was like, late is unacceptable. Okay. So there's rules that they follow and they follow them very well. They're very deliberate. They strive for excellence. They save face at all cost. They're task focused. They're very thorough. They love details. They thrive on data and numbers. They're very logic, and listen, they're slow. It takes their brain a minute to process. A minute to process. Everything you say to these guys goes through a funnel of processing. Don't rush these guys. And their number one response is results. So let me tell you some weaknesses. They don't like to fail because they view failure as, I didn't think it through enough. I should have predicted this was going to happen. I should have assumed by the odds and the data before me. These guys always fear being wrong. Always. Because them being wrong, see, you guys will blame the D as prideful if they're wrong. This guy being wrong means their brain didn't function properly, and they take that very seriously. Okay. Now, the weakness in these guys is they paralysis by analysis. They literally think way too much, way too much. They need way too many details before they can make a decision. One of the weaknesses and the strengths of these guys is they ask a lot of questions. So if you're married to this person, or if you have a client that is this person, at some point you're going to think, oh my God, you're out of questions. And we think they're questioning us, but they're not. They literally have a lot of questions. Does this make sense to you guys? They're methodical. They're slow. Now listen, these guys, y'all, and I'm sorry to say this, but I've learned this over the last 15 years. 99% of the time, these guys are right. Not because they have to be right, but because they are. Because their brain doesn't stop. Their brain is constantly computing. Now, how did you notice in my body language? What did I do talking about these guys? Which I bored the D's and I really bored the I's, and the S's are feeling sorry for me because everybody's chatting over in the chat and not paying attention. And the C's are thinking, finally, somebody respects how my brain is wired. I can feel that from you guys. These are the guys that got made fun of. And girls too. When I say guys, I mean all of y'all. They got made fun of, you guys, because you're such an overthinker. You just think you're that smart. No, they are that smart. Yes, slow down and lean forward, straight and to the point. Yes, me too, girl. I'm married to this guy as well. All right, so DISC. Here's what just happened in this training. The D said, oh my God, let's move on. I figured out who I am. Like, who gives two rips about the rest of the people? The I is already over there watching their show for lunch or on their phone, texting, or probably on social media, to be quite honest. The S's feel really bad because the chats aren't listening to what I'm trying to say, and I'm trying to train it, and they feel really bad because they feel bad for me. And the C's are thinking she's got 4 more minutes left. How much more is she going to have to cover in the last 4 minutes? Because she has to remember that she has a Zoom and a hard stop and she can't be late. Okay. Here's what I want you guys to do. Choose one. Everyone choose one. Just one. Which one is most like you? Choose one. Okay, we got S, I, D, Jen D, Melinda D, Kaylin C, S, S, D, S, I, D, D, I, S, S, C. Very good. Choose one. I, but I'm not sure. Okay, Matthew, that's really good. D-I. All right, so here's what I want to say to you guys. Let me kind of make a very blanket statement. To all the ladies who chose D, let me say this to you guys. I'm speaking specifically to the ladies. Because we control our home and control our marriage and control situations doesn't make us a D. If you look at your life overall, do you hit your goals? Do you produce? Do you do what you say you're going to do? Are you always on time? Like, you got to look at some things like that. I always do this disclaimer for ladies, okay? Men are normally D's. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're a lady who's a D, and if Lorla's on here, I think I saw her name. Listen to me. I promise that we wish we weren't. Where's my girls that are true D's? And you're like, trust me, being a D as a woman is very difficult. Okay. So if you truly are a D, ladies, there's a part of you that thinks you kind of wish you weren't. Laura Crook, you know what I'm talking about, right? Look, there she is. I knew if she was on here, she'd say yes, because we have a lot of work to do. Okay. Good, good. That's good. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. One more exercise, you guys. Here they are one more time. Okay. Eagle, claws, fangs, fly alone. Don't tell me what to do. I hit all my goals. I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm on time. I'm competitive. Losing is not okay with me. Rah, rah, rah. Or everything is so fun. Oh my God, it's so fun. And I love to get dressed, and what I wear matters, and friends matters. And oh my God, they didn't notice me, and they didn't say hello to me, and they didn't even see that I walk in the room, and my feelings are hurt, but that's okay because we're going to have a good time. And then S is super sweet, and you're very steady, and you seek harmony. And then C is logic, driven, task, slow, graphs, Excel spreadsheets, rules. Now, let's look one more time. Now choose one more. One more. Very good. Those of you that I know well, that show up to Zooms all the time, I can tell you whether you're right or whether I think you're slightly off. Good. That's good. You guys reading all of these. That's so good. Okay. Now let me give you guys a little heads up, a little lesson. Obviously, we're not going to get to this one today. Do you guys see how important it is that you understand yourself first? Now, listen, let me say this to you guys. If you look at this, I want to end with this. If you guys look at this, let me kind of give you an idea. You cannot be a D and an S at the same time. Who wants to tell me why?
Total opposites.
Total opposites. Total opposites. That eagle is going to eat that dove if given an opportunity.
Especially if you're married to her.
especially if you're married to her.
So does that mean they can't go together?
No, you opposites attract for sure.
They
For
support each
sure,
other.
Rio, for sure. But you yourself cannot be a lion, an eagle, and a dove at the same time. Right? So, which other ones do you think do not go together there?
I and C.
Yes, Tiffany. Was that Tiffany?
Yes, it was.
Yes, an I and a C. Why, Tiffany?
I mean, a C is very logical, straight to the point, like just give me all the details. And I is too happy, too extra, but they probably don't even have the details. They're just like, whatever, like we can
Yep.
do whatever. Yeah.
Now, Tiffany, if you get it a four-way stop with the C, they're like, I stopped second, you stopped fourth, he stopped first, and he stopped third. Everybody go at your direction, right? If they order at Starbucks, they're like, I want the grande Americano, please. Did you want any whipped cream? Nope. Did you want? Nope. And they order the same thing over and over. Very predictable. Okay. All right. Now, let me say this to you guys. Was this helpful? Do you guys see why I cannot cover this in an hour? Okay, listen, here's what I want you guys to do today. I want you guys to begin to pay attention to yourself first. If there's conflict that comes in, are you like, bring it? Or are you think, I don't want, okay, just say you're sorry, everybody. Just say you're sorry. Why are we fighting? Like, begin to pay attention what happens under conflict. Begin to pay attention if you notice that someone went to lunch and you weren't invited. These are like, I don't care. I don't like you anyway. Thank you for saving me some time. S's are like, oh my gosh, did I do something wrong? Why wasn't I invited to that lunch? And C's would say, I didn't have time to go. I need a 6-week notice to put it on my calendar, bro. Okay. And I's like, I'm going to show up anyway because everybody loves me. Okay. So notice what begins to happen. What is your response? How do you respond to particular things that happen today? Okay. Lurla, help me out here. Did this not literally quadruple your entire business because we lead people?
Yeah, it's great because you have to concentrate. When you said everybody turned off when they weren't talking about them, you got to learn how to work with the other personalities.
Yeah. Yes.
And be married to the other personalities.
Correct. So Lurla is a lion, eagle, beaver, and she's married to a sweet dove beaver. Sweet first. He's an S first.
Yeah, he's good to have to bounce opinions off of, even though I don't agree with them with my strong personality always.
Yeah.
He keeps me from crushing or misjudging the S's. It's really super important.
Mm-hmm. Correct. And you guys, we want all of them. Because listen, I don't always make the same decisions because I'll go to jail for fighting. So I do need an S to talk through. So they're like, listen now, you need to calm your little self down. She's not out to get you. I need an I to make me laugh. And Brian Page, I asked 400 times, what time are we leaving again? Y'all know those. Here's what I want you to also pay attention to social media. You know those clips that there's the couple where the guy's getting there's one that's got the tickets, the plan, what time we have to leave, packed 3 days before, there's that one. And then there's the one that's just living a grand life and will pack in the morning and asking 5 times, what time do we leave and where is it we're going? That's Brian and I. Okay. And we love it. We love it. All right. That's right. Don't judge us. Amen. So, okay, I'm going to post in base. Other one, we could do this for 6 weeks. I think I just cut out. We could do this for 6 weeks, you guys. Do you guys see that? And I can tell you, those of you that want to win with everyone will show up. When I teach this for longer than one class, that's going to expose your care, love, respect, and honor for others. Because it's one thing for us to figure ourselves out. Yay, you. But our number one goal is to live in harmony with everyone. We can't make everyone happy, but we can live in harmony with everyone. Okay? Now watch how I close this. Y'all tell me who I'm talking to because I'm landing this plane. Are you ready? Tell me in the comments. You're welcome, Tanya. You guys get your fingers ready. Ready? Here's why you want to learn DISC. Because if you don't learn DISC, sister, nobody's going to give two rips about what you're saying. They're just not. They don't care. They don't care, and they don't care about what you have to say because you're way too strong. Listen, if you don't learn DISC, I'm telling you guys, nobody's going to want to be your friend. They're not going to be your friend. They're not going to invite you to their parties because they don't understand you and you don't understand them and you don't know how to get along with everybody. And you're just going to show up everywhere late all the time. Yes. If you guys don't understand DISC, you will stay offended and you will have a very hard time finding a relationship with people. If you don't understand DISC, you don't know how to talk to, respond, react, get along, present to all the different people that you'll come across, and you'll stay the same. What was that last one? C. All right. Good, everyone? Good? Okay, remember, I'm going to put a post where?
Base camp.
Yep, and I'm going to say all the DISC deets. And if y'all want to be a part of it, comment there, okay? And all you C's and D's, help me with the people that say, what is this? And what did I miss? And the S's, y'all just love them on through the process of getting connected into base camp and all the things. And the I's, y'all just go, it was great. It was fire. You missed it. It was so fun. Okay. That's what I need from you guys. Jalen, that's you, love. That's you. You're a high I girl. All right, everyone. I truly, deeply love you guys. I hope that you guys know God created every single one of us so divinely perfect. And when you understand you and you become the best version of the knitting together in your mother's womb, then everybody else has permission to love you. But we can't receive love if we don't master who He designed us to be in the first place. Other than that, we're open to too many opinions. And I'm going to end with this. I love you guys. If you have a problem with how I'm wired, get on your knees tonight and pray for me and ask God why He wired me this way, because I don't know. But I'm on a mission. Okay? All right, you guys. I'll see you guys soon. I got to go to my other Zoom. Love you guys so much. Happy Monday, everyone.